Liv, your emotionally exhausted, chronically online host. And every day we talk about life, relationships, internet chaos, bad decisions, awkward moments, and all the things that spiral way faster than they should. Today, I did something very adult. I reviewed an ex the way I review restaurants. No napkins, no reservation, just a brutally honest Yelp entry with stars, dishes, and a tip that says, "Don't order the mixed signals." Before you ask, yes, this is therapeutic and slightly vindictive, and no, I'm not proud of the level of detail. But rules make chaos feel prettier, so here are the standards. Stars for effort, dish descriptions for vibes, service notes for text frequency, and ambiance for the emotional temperature of their apartment. Also, fair warning, there's one honest, embarrassingly soft confession at the end. Think of it like palate cleanser. Opening review, as posted under First Impressions. 2 stars. Nice plating, terrible seasoning. Arrived late and apologized with a meme. Would not recommend for comfort food. Translation, cute guy, bad timing. Our first date looked like a Pinterest board until the check arrived, and he said, quote, "I only brought cash," which is a verbal mistake you cannot recover from at brunch. I gave him 2 stars because he tried, mostly for aesthetics. Now, appetizer course. Breadcrumb amuse-bouche, a literal breadcrumb trail of texts that promise plans but deliver nothing but anxiety. Sample line from the menu. Seasonal commitment with a hint of maybe next week. It tasted like optimism reheated in a microwave. And here's the honest fun part. I wrote out the menu descriptions like I was a critic at a restaurant that is also emotionally unavailable. That sentence alone deserves applause and therapy. Reading the actual review's main course section. Main. Mixed signals entree. Simmered for weeks and served lukewarm. Features ghosting specials available upon request and a side of performative vulnerability. This, folks, is where the story gets deliciously tragic. He would call to say deep things at sunrise and then vanish for 72 hours like he'd committed to a witness protection program. He ghosted so politely, I started leaving voicemails like, "Hi, this is your conscience." There was the date night special when he showed up with tacos and a playlist, and I thought, wow, this is it. Then he ate my fries and told me he doesn't do labels, like it was a seasoning preference rather than a life choice. I rated that dish 3 stars because the tacos were excellent and also because I wanted to remember what it felt like to be lightly amused instead of full-time confused. Then come the side dishes, breadcrumb salad and appetizer of good intentions. The salad was crunchy at first, funny texts, memes at 2 a.m., but ultimately soggy because there was no follow-through. The good intentions came with a side of sometime next week and a dressing of we should hang out more. I learned that people will plate kindness performatively if it avoids actual plans. So my hot take? Contemporary dating is basically a tasting menu where everyone refuses to commit to a main course. Here's the brutally honest service note I left. Server forgot my name 3 times, but remembered the brand of beer I liked. Service is inconsistent, but the playlist slaps. Important review detail. If someone knows your go-to drink and still doesn't show up when you need them, that's performative care. And yes, I am still committing the cardinal sin of adulting, rating feelings on a 1 to 5 scale like a patient with an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, spicy little theory time. Why do we treat relationships like consumer experiences? Maybe because the market taught us to exchange reviews and expect perfect service. We swipe for menus, choose options with filters, and then react like customers when the emotional experience arrives lukewarm. But here's the rub. Turning people into products is a coping mechanism for emotional risk. If I can click return, maybe I don't have to feel how silly I look crying over a playlist. So, what did I learn, aside from the fact that socks are apparently an emotional trigger? 1. Be suspicious of anyone who apologizes with a meme. 2. 3-star tacos will not fix a 1-star commitment problem. 3, you can roast someone for radio and still keep a soft corner for their weird domestic habits. Life is messy, and that's the point. Chaos is the cuisine, and we're all just ordering from the same confusing menu. Rapid-fire zingers you can send to your group chat right now. Would not recommend for long-term dining. Ask before you commit to dessert. Came for the playlist. Left for inconsistent texting. Use them, screenshot them, use them to get revenge in a tasteful way. If you're listening, these are essentially the appetizers of revenge comedy. Small, salty, and oddly satisfying. If today's episode made you laugh, question humanity, or feel slightly better about your own life choices, then my job here is officially done. If you want more chaos on paper, leave a review. Tell me about your ex reviews, your worst tasting menus, or that time someone apologized with a GIF and you emotionally spiraled. Share, rate, and maybe write a public review for your own messy chapters. It's therapeutic and mildly cruel in the best possible way. Stay chaotic. This escalated quickly. I'm Liv, and I'll see you next time for more catastrophically funny stories about how humans keep ordering things they can't chew. Bye for now. Stay chaotic.